We've got Ice Barbie, Kristi Noem. You know, it's funny. I'm listening to her describe this corruption here, and it all sounds very familiar. It all sounds very familiar. Listen to what Kristi Noem is describing, this fraud and corruption to Will Cain. Listen to this.
Today, we are announcing that we have stopped all grant funding that's being abused by NGOs to facilitate illegal immigration into this country. So it's amazing to me the hundreds of millions of dollars that have been spent by the federal government that has been sent to NGOs to facilitate this invasion of our country. So I've taken action to stop those funds, to reevaluate them, and to make sure that we're actually
Wait a
using.
second. Whoa. Pam Bondi was supposed to be all over this, guys. This was literally Pam Bondi's initiative. This was Pam Bondi's job to go after these groups, and we were supposed to get investigations, and we were supposed to get charges. Where was Pam Bondi? Bondi, checking in. Pam Bondi, hello. You just blew it on the Letitia James Comey case. You're supposed to be going after these left-wing groups. You said multiple times you would. You blew it on the Epstein thing. Are you going to get anything done? Or are you only going to go after somebody that offended a certain religious group? Is that the only thing we're concerned about here, is making sure that anti-Semitism is made illegal? Is that the only thing? If you don't support Israel, we're going to make you a criminal. Is that the only thing we're doing right now? Because the left-wing groups that are organizing and funding all the terror and the disruption of law enforcement, nothing on them. Letitia James and James Comey, looks like they're going to walk, by the way. How's that one going? The Epstein list, the Epstein clients, the billionaire pedophile class, where are we at with that? But don't be a student at Florida State University that gets into a verbal disagreement with a guy who just happens to be of a certain religious orientation. Otherwise, the Department of Homeland Security or the Department of Justice, they're coming after you because you said something mean to a guy in a weight room. Where are our priorities here? This is ridiculous. So, okay. I won't disrupt. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't disrupt Ice Barbie. She's looking hot. She's looking hot on Fox News. And by the way, I credit Will Cain. He's maybe one of the best on Fox News these days. But I should not be disrupting Ice Barbie looking hot on Fox News. So here's Ice Barbie Kristi Noem explaining the exact criminal enterprise that Pam Bondi was supposed to be shutting down.
Today, we are announcing that we have stopped all grant funding that's being abused by NGOs to facilitate illegal immigration into this country. So it's amazing to me the hundreds of millions of dollars that have been spent by the federal government that has been sent to NGOs to facilitate this invasion of our country. So I've taken action to stop those funds, to reevaluate them, and to make sure that we're actually using the taxpayer dollars in a way that strengthens this country, that keeps us safe. So I think people are curious when we look at grants that are given out by federal agencies at how they're utilized, and that evaluation needs to be done. We're not spending another dime to help the destruction of this country. We're going to.
Oh, that's right. That was what Doge was supposed to be doing. Poor Kristi Noem. You know, her job is to get on television, get dolled up, go on TV, and look hot. Her job is to get in front of all of the ICE agents, all dolled up, and look hot and motivate them. You know what? Fine. I'm okay with it. Hey, whatever we got to do to motivate people. You know, if we need a cheerleader up there waving the pom-poms to get ICE to kick in doors and kick ass, and Noem's the one, then go at it, Noem. Go at it. But I feel bad. Noem's supposed to be the cheerleader. Noem's supposed to be the hot chick, the face of the operation, the PR. She's not supposed to be actually engaging in this stuff. This was supposed to be Doge. Doge was supposed to be the one in there exposing where all the money was going. Pam Bondi was supposed to be investigating who was spending the money and for what. And now we have to use Ice Barbie? Ice Barbie now has to do all of this work because you shut down Doge, and Pam Bondi is God knows where doing God knows what? I feel bad for Kristi Noem. She was hired to be Ice Barbie. Now she's actually having to do the job of Doge and Pam Bondi because they're not doing it.
make sure that we follow through on what President Trump has promised, and that's to make sure that we're securing our border, departing those who are here illegally, and committing criminal actions, and that our taxpayer dollars aren't spent to help it.
And Madam Secretary, I don't think people fully understand the role that NGOs play, many NGOs play, in facilitating illegal immigration. I just want to share these numbers with everybody up on the screen. We spend over $380 million, did in 2024, for sheltering and service programs for illegal immigrants. But the vast network of NGOs that help facilitate it through Panama, through Mexico, and make it a landing spot here in the United States is a massive contributor here to illegal immigration. So what you're telling us today is that now stops, at least the federal funding of that stops.
Mm-hmm. Yes, through the Department of Homeland Security, we have stopped spending those dollars to fund those NGOs. And well, what's been so revealing is that many of these NGOs actually have infrastructure and operations set up in Mexico on that side of the border that are telling those illegal immigrants to come to them, and they will get them across the border. So they're not.
Yeah, that sounds a lot like sedition. That sounds a lot like treason. Who is running these operations? And why haven't they been investigated? Why haven't they been charged? Where's Alejandro Mayorkas? Are there any hearings being scheduled for this?
Not just operating in the United States. They're
By the way, I say that facetiously because the answer is obviously no. Nobody's doing this.
Operating outside of the United States to help make it easier for those who want to break our laws.
Right.
And well, I was one of those Americans that years ago, when somebody said NGO to me, I thought, oh, that's amazing. That's a nonprofit that's out there telling somebody about Jesus or spreading faith and salvation or doing good work and charitable work, helping people that are less fortunate. And then I realized over the years, it's been perverted into this shadow government. An NGO is sometimes an operation that does things that the government cannot do, can't legally do. So they create an entity to use government dollars, taxpayer dollars, to do something that the federal government isn't allowed to do, to do a shadow government operation that really has been used recently to undermine our country's national security.
Oh, who was running the shadow government, by the way? It's a pretty incredible thing. Kristi Noem tells the truth about NGOs running a shadow government, NGOs committing treason by facilitating an invasion of this country and bringing in criminals that killed Americans. I'm just curious where there is any criminal investigation of this anywhere. Anybody? Somebody's probably going to be calling Kristi Noem and say, Kristi, shut up. We're not going to do anything about this, so you better shut up. You're embarrassing Pam Bondi right now. You're embarrassing this administration by actually trying to drain the swamp, by actually trying to go after deep state operations and call them out and have investigations into it. You're killing us right now because nobody's going to do that. You're making us look bad, Kristi. Shut up. Go back in front of the cameras, get dolled up, put a cowboy hat on, and wave your tush around. That's what we hired you to do, all right? Go out there and motivate the ICE agents to do deportations. We don't need to hear about you talking about corruption. Your job is to go out there, look cute, shake your little booty around, and tell the ICE agents how great they are. That's what we hired you to do. You're not here to call out the corruption, all right? We're not doing that. So quiet down, Kristi. You're ICE Barbie. You're not ICE. You're not ICE detective. You're ICE Barbie. Okay, Kristi? Stop trying to play detective.